Hey there, A's Day fans. Welcome to our newest edition of A's Player Preview and Prediction as we continue along with our series dedicating an episode one per day all the way up until A's opening day on March 27th, opening up in Toronto against the defending American League champion Toronto Blue Jays. We were talking about one of your favorite A's players all the way up until that point. Appreciate all your support and hope you've been enjoying these editions thus far, getting to know the players on this ascending roster on a daily basis. It certainly helped to quell our excitement just a bit. Well, not in terms of excitement, but at least our patience as we eagerly await the return of regular season baseball for the green and gold. Today, we head to the rotation as we continue on with our A's Player Preview and Prediction series. We're not heading to the rotation. We're heading to the bullpen as we share our thoughts on right-handed pitcher Justin Sterner. Sterner is a native of La Jolla, California. He is currently age 29, will turn 30 during this upcoming season in the month of August. In his earlier life, Sterner graduated from Dana Hills High School in Dana Point, California, and then would go on to complete a 2-year mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Samoa. He then attended BYU out in Utah, where he played college baseball for the BYU Cougars. On August 3rd, 2020, Sterner would sign with the Miami Marlins as an undrafted free agent after he was not selected in the 2020 MLB draft. He did not play in a game in 2020 due to the cancellation of the minor league season due to the pandemic. Sterner would go on to make his professional debut in 2021 with the Single-A Jupiter Hammerheads, for whom he posted a 1.38 ERA across 7 appearances. He was later promoted to the High-A Beloit Snappers and compiled a 7.36 ERA with 10 strikeouts in 5 games. On July 3rd, 2021, the Marlins traded Sterner in cash considerations to the Tampa Bay Rays in exchange for David Hess. He finished the season playing with the High-A Bowling Green Hot Rods and Double-A Montgomery Biscuits. Sterner split the 2022 campaign between Montgomery and the Triple-A Durham Bulls. In 38 appearances for the two affiliates, he accumulated a 6-2 record and a 3.94 ERA with 65 strikeouts across 48 innings of work. Sterner played 2023 back with Montgomery and Durham, combining for a 5.27 ERA this time, with 71 strikeouts and 3 saves in 34 total appearances. Sterner would begin the 2024 season in AAA Durham, compiling a 3.60 ERA with 33 strikeouts across 25 innings pitched. On May 31st, 2024, Sterner was selected to the 40-man roster and promoted to the major leagues for the first time. He made 2 appearances during his rookie campaign, allowing 2 runs, one of them being earned, on 5 hits with 4 strikeouts over 4 innings pitched. On November 4th following that season, Sterner was claimed off waivers by the Athletics. On April 25th, 2025, Sterner recorded his first career win after tossing 1 1/3 innings of scoreless work against the Chicago White Sox. From there, he did not give up a run, in fact, in his first 18 2/3 innings pitched for the Athletics. That's the longest streak by an A's reliever since Jake Diekman began his season with 18 1/3 back in 2020. During this time, he also racked up an impressive 24-9 K-to-walk ratio. But he wasn't the second coming of Brad Ziegler, and when he finally gave up runs, he gave up runs in bunches. An actual implosion saw the righty yield 5 earned runs without finishing an inning against the New York Yankees, which boosted his season ERA up from 0.00 to a still nice, respectable mark of 2.33. He'd follow that with 6 more scoreless appearances, making that Yankees game look more like an aberration. Things, though, would start to come apart at the end of May. It started with a tough outing against Houston that saw Sterner pick up his first career loss, and that was immediately followed by 3 more appearances that saw him give up runs, blow leads, and take losses. Something was suddenly wrong with an arm that was beginning to gain huge amounts of trust, and the A's did the sensible thing and sent him to AAA to figure out what was going wrong. Sterner didn't stay down in Vegas for long. He made only 3 appearances for the Aviators, allowing 3 runs in 3 innings of work. Not the best on-field results, but enough for the bullpen-desperate A's to recall him. He had a few more hiccups in his first month back, allowing 6 runs in 12 innings in the month of July. But after the calendar flipped to August, he began resembling the guy that dominated earlier in the season. Over the final 2 months of the season, he allowed just 4 earned runs in 15 2/3 innings, including just 1 run in September, good for a 2.29 ERA to wrap up his first big league season. Overall, he finished the season appearing in 59 games, pitching to a 4-3 win-loss record with a 3.18 ERA, 65 innings pitched, 21 walks, 70 strikeouts, a 105 whip, a 26.3 K percentage to go along with a 7.9 walk percentage. Heading into this year, the A's are looking for additional bullpen help and depth, and rightfully so. But Sterner mostly looked good in his first full year in the big leagues and feels like a shoo-in to be again on the opening day roster as one of Mark Kotze's trusted back-end pitchers. If the A's fail to see more from the depth pieces that they signed this offseason, perhaps Sterner will step up in an even more primary back-end role. But for now, he does seem to fit that middle relief to setup role, especially when Mark Leiter may need a day. Could see Sterner filling in that role, also being a stopgap between a reliever and getting it to the back-end guys as well. I feel like Sterner's ability is his versatility as an arm, and I think he's going to prove rather valuable for this club once again in 2026. Sterner works with a simple 3-pitch mix of fastball, cutter, and sweeper. It's efficient, but it certainly gets the job done. During this past year, he pitched to his fastball velocity averaged 93.5 miles an hour, according to Baseball Savant. He does have good chase and whiff stuff, a 31.9 chase percentage, which was in the 86th percentile of all qualified pitchers, according to Baseball Savant, to go along with a 30.8 whiff percentage, which was in the 87th percentile. So Sterner seemed to me to be the most reliable reliever in terms of from pole to pole. Most pitchers are going to have hiccups during the long duration of a marathon season, especially out of the bullpen. It's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to be pretty. But I feel like the way Sterner really battled the peaks and valleys, it started immensely strong, had a significant struggle from May to July, and then finished strong over the final 2 months. Riding high with that momentum heading into his second full season in the big leagues. I think Sterner's rookie year experience, I think, is going to serve a lot of young arms on this club rather well, so you can display what it takes physically, but also the mental capacity that you have to shake off some of those rough patches and get back to the drawing board and make those adjustments, even if it does mean a trip to AAA. And this was a guy that led this A's team in appearances last year. He spent a small chunk of time, but still some time down the minor leagues to try to get right. So if it can happen to someone that you're relying on more nights than others, anybody should be open to it if it means it's going to improve their game and improve what you can provide the team to help them win more consistently night in and night out. But best of luck to Justin Sterner. I think he's going to be towards the top, if not the top, in terms of appearances for this team once again. He throws strikes. He has good swing and miss stuff. Just got to see him not try to get too predictable. I think that's what happened when he got into a little malaise there. I think pitchers were able to sit on certain pitches in certain locations and counts, which led Sterner, who is a heavy strike thrower, susceptible to giving up some harder output and contact. And then when you try to get a little too fine, it kind of goes off the rails from there. But I think Justin Sterner is going to step up once again. I think he's going to build upon his rookie year and serve this team rather well for a group that looks to form its identity in 2026. All right, according to Fangraphs, they project him to appear in 65 games, pitching to a 3-3 win-loss record with a 4.15 ERA, 65 innings pitched, 24 walks, 1.28 whip, 23.6 K percentage, and 8.7 walk percentage. For the A's Day over-under, we're going to look at his games appeared in at 65. We believe that he's going to figure it out even more consistently this year. He's going to be here to stay from pole to pole, and as long as his health holds up, we think he's going to be ending up in the low 70s range in terms of games appeared. So for that, we're going to take the over here, the slight over. We're going to say 70 or 71 games sounds about right. I feel like Sterner can serve so many purposes at so many different lanes against opposing lineups, so why not use them, especially in situations where you may need just an out to get out of an inning, or if you need someone to come in the end of the fifth to stop the bleeding from a starter that couldn't get too deep into a game, or if he's stepping in a setup role or middle relief. I feel like Sterner can slot into many different roles. He's going to throw strikes. He's going to get outs, and I'm looking forward to seeing him doing it for the great green and gold once again. And with that brings us to the close of another edition of A's Player Preview and Prediction. We appreciate you tuning into our latest edition, as today we discuss the 2026 outlook for right-handed pitcher Justin Sterner. As a reminder, be sure to continue to check us out on our podcast episodes wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Be sure to check us out there too as well. Continue our conversation surrounding the A's, or if you want to continue checking out more of our social media content, check out our channels on Instagram at A's Day Baseball Podcast, on X, formerly known as Twitter, at A's Day Baseball. And be sure to check us out on our YouTube channel for video editions of these episodes, as well as A's player interviews and A's baseball content experiences, and so much more as we continue to grow throughout this year. And become an official subscriber of A's Day. You won't be disappointed. Check us out on our Patreon site, patreon.com/A's Day. For just $2 a month, you'll be entered to win monthly A's Day t-shirts, A's autographed memorabilia, future A's game tickets, and so much more as we are able to grow this platform collaboratively. That's all we have for you today. Appreciate you tuning in. Again, one episode per day all the way up until A's opening day on the 27th. Join us next time as we head back to the position player group. We head to the lineup as we talk about the season outlook for designated hitter Brent Rooker. Until next time, Holy Toledo, let's go A's.